Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Thursday, September 1st, 2016. Around 5:53 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts. Got some rain showers today, but nothing to end the drought. Was a little bit humid today. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunnier. The weekend is up in the air. Monday could be a washout because of Tropical Storm Hermine, which could significantly reduce this drought. We're still in extreme drought. Some news to report. New York Mets second baseman Neil Walker is going to have season-ending back surgery. This is a big blow to the New York Mets for their chances at a wild card spot in the National League. And the Boston television market has dropped from number 8th to number 9th biggest television market in the United States for the 2016-2017 television season, which starts in a few weeks. And that's about it on the news. My second video blog subject of the day is about umass football program. The University of Mass at Amherst is a Division I football program in the FBS, the Football Bowl Series, and they are independent right now. And UMass football has been around so many years, since the 19th century, and they were very, very competitive, and they actually won a lot of championships in the Yankee Conference, and they played in some bowl games in the 1960s and 70s, and from like the 1970s through the early 2010, UMass Minuteman football program played in the FCS, which is the Football Championships section, subdivision, and they were pretty good there. Because they played off against rivals like New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, Rhode Island, Northeastern, Boston University, in the Atlantic 10 football Conference, and then it was eventually the Colonial Athletic Conference, and they actually won the 1998 Division I AA, which is now the Football Championship Subdivision Football Championship, and they made another championship game in 2007, and they played at Alumni Stadium near the campus of UMass Amherst. It only seats about 17,000. Around like the late 2000s, the University of Massachusetts decided to go to Division I FBS, which is Football Bowl subdivision, and they wanted to be big time in college football, and they looked around for a conference. They inquired about many conferences, and they settled on the MAC, which was the Mid-American Conference, which included Buffalo and University of Miami and Ohio and Kent State and Ohio, among others. And they was on like UMass to be a football-only members for a few years until they had to decide if they wanted to go all sports in the Mid-American Conference, because UMass Amherst is Atlantic 10 in basketball and other sports, and the UMass football program needed to play in a bigger stadium, and the only available stadium they could play at is Gillette Stadium, which is at Foxborough. That's where the New England Patriots played, seats 68,000, but it's a 2.5-hour drive from University of Massachusetts Amherst to Foxborough, and the UMass football team played a couple of seasons in the Mid-American Conference, and they stunk big time. They only maybe had 1 or 2 wins a season, which is not good at all for an aspiring Division I football program in the FBS. And the crowds at Gillette Stadium for the UMass football game were pathetically low, only about 20,000 tops, which is not good at all. And the past couple of years, UMass decided to play 3 home games at Alumni Field on the campus of UMass Amherst, which only sits about 17,000, but they're trying to make renovations to make it the minimum requirements for a Division I FBS stadium, which is 32,000, and they play a couple of games at Gillette Stadium. And in 2015, UMass decided to end their affiliation with the MAC and go independent in football, and they're looking for another football conference to play in, and they've inquired about joining the Sun Belt and the All-American Conference, the AAC. And it's an uphill climb, in my humble opinion, for UMass to be respectable in football, because they're ranked like last in all the polls for they ranking all of the football teams in Division I FBS, and they're ranked 128th, which is not good at all. And being independent, they have to pick what schools they want to play against, and it's very difficult because so many of the bigger conferences only maybe schedule 1 or 2 games a year against other teams that are independent or not in a conference. And also the UMass Minuteman hasn't produced big talent to go into the NFL. There's been maybe a few players. The biggest name was Victor Cruz, and UMass Minuteman football program, in my humble opinion, it's not really succeeding at all, and I don't know how long it's going to be before they be successful. And being an independent, if you're not Notre Dame, it's an uphill climb. I think the people at UMass Amherst thought football would be very successful, because in the 1990s, their basketball program, the men's basketball program, had very successful for a couple of years, even reaching the NCAA Men's Final Four in 1996. But that's vacated now because the top player, Marcus Canby, was accepting gifts and getting paid while he was junior year there. So the NCAA doesn't even recognize UMass Amherst even played in the Final Four that year. And it's going to be very sad for UMass if they have to end their football program, which, that could be a possibility. I hope not, because they put a lot of effort into it, and I would like them to succeed. But if they're independent and they can't find a football conference, and they draw flies at Gillette, and their stadium on the campus of UMass Amherst is subpar for FBS school, they might have to throw in the towel. I hope not, but it doesn't really look promising in my humble opinion. That's about it on that. I will be back with the third and final video blog of the night, which is my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile will be about Florida Panthers forward Jaromir Jagr, the ageless one. To keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bunny guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO. Roxanne has nice legs. Elizabeth that's so stunning. She's the best. Amy Squeezy's awesome. Awesome Amy. Lindra Church of WPIX Channel 11. is such a cougar, and she's got the best legs in New York City. And Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet Southern accent. And see you later. Bye now.